So Peloton has gone downhill. As everybody knows, or most people know, Peloton is a bike and treadmill company where you can purchase a bike, you can purchase a treadmill, and they have subscription services to some basic workouts that you can do most anywhere. They got really popular during the pandemic because everybody had to stay at home and they just caught fire, right? They had the right marketing, the right messaging, everything shut down, boom, they blew up. Everybody went out and got a bike. But now everybody's selling their bikes and canceling memberships. Now there's a lot of business reasons why. I'm not gonna go into that. I wanna talk about the exercise reason why people are selling their Peloton bikes and getting rid of their memberships. If this is your first time watching one of my videos and we haven't met yet, greetings, my name is Akimbo So. I'm the owner of SoulCore Fitness. It's a therapy and fitness company where we offer online services and also in-house services. And I've been in this field for, I think, almost 30 years now. And I've been a Soma trainer and Soma therapist, which is under the osteopathic medical discipline for, 17, 18, 19, 20 years, something like that. I don't remember exactly. But I've seen a lot in my time. And so I like to go through and talk about topics I find interesting relative to health and fitness. I believe in a holistic fitness model. You can even say a holistic health and fitness model because that's how we're designed. So it's best that we find out how best to train our bodies in this grand design. So stay tuned for more videos. And if you like them, please give me the thumbs up, share them with your friends, and subscribe. I find it's good to look at the original intention of something as to where it would fit into my life, okay? So I've dedicated myself to being in this osteopathic model, to be a therapist, to be a trainer, because the initial goal, way back in the day with Andrew Still, was to balance the body so it functioned its best. The thought process, the body can heal itself, which it can. So if I put it in the most advantageous position, it'll heal itself. It'll work in terms of movement and thinking and internal organs. It'll work its best if the body's balanced. So every stretch, exercise, therapy, routine, whatever it is, that's the goal, right? So I can get behind that goal because that's what I believe in. Peloton's goal, from John Foley, back in around January 2012, his main goal was to not have to drive to the gym and to be able to work out at home. Totally admirable. You don't need to go to a gym. You can see here in my studio, it's not fancy, it's basic. Look, I got basic stuff here. I'm sorry if it's a little rocky, right? It's about 2,500 square feet. And then I got a studio room back there. In my humble opinion, I don't think you need any more than that. So if you can set something in your home, in your garage or wherever your living room, that's similar for just you, sure, why not? I mean, in my online program, you don't even need that. You need enough space that your body can move and not touch anything, maybe a mat, maybe some light weights, and you can totally work your body if you know how to train it the way it's designed. But his second motivation was that he didn't like the time driving from home to the gym. He didn't like driving because his motivation waned from the time from driving from home to the gym. That I have a problem with. I respect the fact that your motivation is waning, going from home to gym, but that means that just shows you that motivation is fleeting. A goal is what you need to be motivated to work out, not for some external source to motivate you. And so when he developed Peloton, that's his main goal. I want to work out at home and I want to be entertained, right? I want somebody else or that class, whatever, to motivate me to keep moving. We all need support, but I think internal motivation, internal goal setting, I should say, is a much more sustainable way to approach health and fitness than having an instructor do what they do to motivate you to keep going. So because their motivation was to, one, work at home, and two, to feel motivated still to work at home, that's how they design their product. So after you buy the bike or the treadmill, they have a membership subscription, which you join. I don't know, it's like 40 bucks, 30 bucks. I don't know exactly. I haven't done this. I'm gonna be truthfully honest. I haven't used Peloton's classes. I don't need to. I kind of know what's already in there. It's the basic stuff I've been doing for decades now, just in the format of Peloton. But when they designed it, it said, okay, how do we motivate people? Let's get some really high energy instructors to keep us motivated. Let's play this awesome music to keep us motivated. Both totally fine things. You want to listen to good music? Go for it. You want to feel that high energy? Go for it. But it doesn't make a whole program. Then they also did things like on the screen, you're running through the beach or through the mountains on the screen as a way to motivate you. Okay, I get that. You want to have different forms of stimulus. But again, all these forms of stimulus are outside of you. They're not within you. So this is the first problem, and I already alluded to it, is that to be successful, you can't have external motivation. You need to have internal motivation as a goal. And then if that goal encompasses using a bike or treadmill, whatever the case may be, great. But you're not waiting for somebody to do it for you. You're seeking out and doing it for yourself. Working out can give you a lot of different benefits, and you can have a lot of different goals in relation to working out. Your body can do a lot of different things. And if the body is improved by training it, exercising it, then you can extrapolate that and say, okay, there's a lot of different ways to train the body to get a total holistic, total body workout. When you look at Peloton, if you look at it from just an exercise standpoint, you're kind of getting mainly one aspect, cardio. Different forms of cardio, steady state, more long endurance cardio, and some high intensity, or they call it HIIT workout. But basically cardio. And the workouts aren't progressive, right? So it's just cardio. Yes, they may throw in some weight, but it's generally a circuit format, which for the most part is still cardio, either long form or HIIT. So you're getting cardio. Well, there's ways to train your body for strength, endurance, functional strength, maximal strength. There's a bunch of different ways, different levels for your heart rate to move up and down. Peloton's not addressing very much of those, addressing a couple. So if you're not getting a total body workout, intrinsically in your body, you're gonna know. It's gonna come out in you as probably boredom, right? You're bored of the workout. I would be completely bored if I did those workouts too. If I did traditional workouts like Peloton or just went to the gym and did what traditional people did, back like when I first started, I would get bored. I would get bored because it's not integrated enough. There's nothing to really work on. It's just me moving around randomly and okay, like a check mark. It's like a participation trophy. If you want to feel good about just participating and just moving, then this is for you. All right? There's no judgment whatsoever. If your main goal is just to move, and this allows you just to move, you don't care about much other else, okay, go for it. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for a lot of other people. You have people like myself who want more out of exercise. They want to use it as a tool to better life. And you have people who are just getting into working out and dipping their toe in. Well, to throw them into a Peloton thing could be a little too much. In fact, physiologically, it is way too much. And now maybe you scare them off. So you have to understand the different facets that you can do from training and understand that Peloton gives you one-ish, let's say maybe two, but it's not a lot. The third exercise reason why Peloton is going downhill and people aren't using it anymore is because it's not specific to what you need in your body. Again, kind of like what I just talked about a second ago, okay, you don't have the depth of knowledge, I'm assuming, to understand what your body needs. But you'll kind of feel it. If your body's not being challenged, getting different things that it needs, you're not gonna feel as good. You're also not gonna have as much drive to continue to work on what you need to work on. Just because you're using a body part doesn't mean you're giving the body part what it needs. In fact, by using that body part, you need to give it more of what it needs. I'll explain a little bit more. So in Peloton, I'm sitting down, I'm biking, or I'm on a treadmill, walking, running. I'm mainly using my legs. That doesn't mean I'm training my legs. I'm training myself in biking and treadmill by using my legs. If I wanted to train my legs, training meaning I'm exercising it or stretching it or giving it therapy to make it better somehow, then you need to do a specific program for whatever you need for your legs. And if I use my legs more by biking in treadmill and Peloton, that means I'm gonna need more type of work to work on my legs. Because when I use something, I degrade it a bit. I use it in one form, one way, right? So I can get overuse injuries, or I can get imbalances of the body. So I wanna train my legs to not be so overused, to be more balanced and neutral, to train the other aspects that don't get trained because of it's basically one plane of motion, one type of activity. I wanna be more specific. So when you're going through your program, you wanna make sure like, okay, what is it that I need for my body? What is it do I want? Just saying you wanna get fit is not enough, right? That's what leads to just doing things like jumping on back on Peloton, or they got SoulCycle now, or the bungee workout. I mean, there's so many different, what we call popular, right? Popular workouts you can jump into, but they're not gonna give you what you want. They're just gonna entertain you. I've even heard it called exertainment. I'm not for that at all, but if that's what you want, go for it. But if you're looking for a full routine, you need to go through your body and go, okay, this is what I need to go move better. That's what's gonna motivate you. Seeing results, working on something, getting better, incorporating into your body. The goal is not just to move and to do different things with your body. The goal in life is to increase you as a human being. It means going through challenges, realizing you're more than what you are, which means putting yourself into a program that challenges yourself to become more than who you are. Did you jump onto the Peloton craze? So when everything shut down, did you go out and buy a Peloton bike and we're all in, but now you want to sell it and stop your membership? I'd love to know why. Just put it in the comments. Through the eyes of an exercise program, let's go do a quick recap on why Peloton is now it's going downhill, why people are selling their bikes and getting rid of their membership. First is the motivation component. People are relying on external motivation from the music, from their classes, to motivate them to keep working. That only lasts so long. Eventually, your motivation needs to come from goals. Your goals need to come from what is it you want in your life. And then what you want in your life comes out in what type of exercises, health activities you do in your life. Not by somebody else yelling at you or playing some music that you like to keep you going. The second is that basically Peloton is a bike and a treadmill with a little bit of working out. That's been around for a long time. A bike and a treadmill will give you what a bike and a treadmill will basically give you, which is basically endurance. That's not a whole program. There's a lot of things you can get through exercise. It's one, will be nice, say maybe two aspects. So people are gonna realize that and start to get bored in their workouts because it's the same thing over and over again, but again, goes back to goal setting because they don't have a goal. The third is, it's not specific to you. We're all individual people. Yes, we have the same basic framework, but how our body responds and what it needs for exercise is different for each person. That requires you to, one, have goals and do a deep dive into what is my body needs. Why do you want to be strong? Why do you want to have endurance? Why do you want to balance your body? Why do you want to correct injuries? Why do you want to prevent? Why? Keep asking why, and then start to dive in deeper as to what you need. The surface layer of things you see with exercise is just that surface layer, right? It's just there to, sorry to say it, but basically make money. If they can get you in, if they can get you paying, if they can keep you exertained, you're gonna keep spending money with them. But that for you, that's not good. This is why we have such a high rate of injuries and people with back pain, right? Because they're only doing these things to get these superficial aspects of working out and not diving deeper. Look, if you want a bike, go bike. But Peloton, average, it's $2,000. Plus you have to do the membership. That's an S load of money. I would never pay that. The bike you saw me at the beginning was an Airdyne. That's about $1,000, okay? And it doesn't have all those fancy gadgets. I have a basic thing. I put my music on and I go. In the example of my studio, you saw I had an elliptical trainer. I have some weights, but I go outside. I run, walk, hike. I bike outside. You don't need a screen to show you what it's like to bike outside. Buy a bike and go outside. You can buy a bike for, let's say, $1,500. You can get those little stands you can put in your house to put your bike on. And now with 2 purchases, you have an indoor and outdoor bike, right? For much less. Your motivation is going to be because you want to do it for cardio and you want to use that. You can buy very minimal equipment to keep yourself going. In fact, you don't need equipment like I said before, but it's going to come down to your goals and what you want. After hearing this, if you're kind of getting a pang deep inside, something's resonating with you, and you like the information I've talked about, and you want to find out more, then I've got a great resource for you. It's an interactive resource. It's a free Facebook group. It's SoCore Fitness, Strength, Mobility, and Flexibility for Active People. The idea here is that you're active already, and you're tired of just doing random acts of movement, like jumping on Peloton or whatever craze is happening. Like you know that exercise can do more for you, and you want more from yourself. Well, in this group, we interact, we talk about stuff like that. So I choose topics, and I do mini trainings, quick little 1 to 2 minute videos that you can watch and comment on. I interact with members when they ask questions. We do master classes where I take topics and really delve into it and interact with you as I give a presentation. And then we also do challenges, which is like for 3 to 5 days, we pick a topic, we talk about the topic, I give you the reason why, and then we actually go through and show you stretches, exercises, and routines relative to that topic. This will start to give you a really good idea of how to holistically train your body, which is the way the body wants to be trained, and then you can start to feel the improvements your body's making. So the description is going to be in the information is going to be in the description, reverse, and you can just go on there, click on it, answer free questions, agree to the terms, poof, you're in, and you can start interacting. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this content. Share this with your friends who might find it beneficial, and subscribe to the channel. By liking, you're telling YouTube, hey, this is good information, and allows other people like yourself to find me and find my information. I appreciate your support.